The old oak tree still stood sentinel at the town's entrance. Ava ran her hand along its rough bark, memories whispering through the years. Stardust Valley, unchanged yet different, welcomed her back. She had left seeking the bright lights of the city, chasing dreams that now felt like stardust themselves, beautiful, distant, gone. This town held the echoes of her childhood, of a love lost, of a heart she thought was beyond repair. Now, after a decade, she was back, seeking solace in the familiar. The years had been kind to Stardust Valley. The air still held the scent of pine trees and freshly baked apple pies. The general store stood where it always had, its porch creaking with the weight of time. Yet, amidst the constancy, Ava felt like a stranger, a ghost returning to a life she had left behind. She had left as a girl, heartbroken and lost. Now she returned as a woman, still carrying the scars of the past, but with a newfound hope that maybe, just maybe, Stardust Valley held a piece of her destiny. Julian ran his hand through his hair, the familiar weight of worry settling in. Ava was back. After all these years, she was here, standing in his observatory, her eyes reflecting the starlight filtering through the dome. Time had been kind to her. She had blossomed into a woman of grace and strength, her laughter still carrying the same melodic tune that had haunted his dreams for years. He had spent countless nights under the vast expanse of the cosmos, trying to find answers to the questions that plagued his heart. Seeing her again after a decade, Julian felt a familiar tug at his heartstrings. The years melted away, revealing the young man who had loved her with a passion that even the vastness of space couldn't diminish. Back then, his dreams had been intertwined with hers, their futures charted like constellations in the sky. He knew in his heart that this wasn't just a coincidence. Fate had a way of realigning stars, and this time he wouldn't let her drift away. The observatory became their sanctuary, a place where time seemed to stand still. Ava found solace in Julian's quiet strength, his passion for the cosmos mirroring her own longing for something beyond the ordinary. They would spend hours together, lost in the celestial dance of planets and stars, their conversations flowing as effortlessly as the constellations above. He would point out constellations, spinning tales of celestial wonders, his voice a soothing balm to her weary soul. "Remember how we used to imagine ourselves amongst the stars?" Julian asked one night, his voice barely a whisper. Ava looked up from the telescope, her breath catching in her throat. "We were going to chart our own course, create our own constellations," she replied, a wistful smile gracing her lips. The observatory, bathed in the silvery glow of the moon, felt like a time capsule, holding all their shared dreams and unspoken longings. "Ava," Julian's voice was low, husky with emotion, "you were the missing piece of my universe, the star I always searched for." They were standing outside the observatory, the Milky Way spread out before them like a celestial tapestry. "I know I hurt you," he continued, his hand reaching out to cup her face, "but I never stopped loving you. You are the North Star to my wanderer, the anchor to my soul." Tears welled up in Ava's eyes, reflecting the starlight above. "Julian," she breathed, her voice thick with emotion, "I thought I had lost you forever." He leaned down, his lips brushing against hers. "We are like two halves of a binary star, destined to circle each other for eternity." Their lips met in a kiss, years of longing and regret melting away under the vast expanse of the starlit sky. The universe held its breath, the stars themselves seeming to shimmer in approval of their reunion.